I ain't no altar boy. I ain't no yes man. No, no. You ain't no God of mine. No, I don't need your blessings to save me.
Hi, I'm Doug, and I find storytelling to be a big part of our culture. And as an artist, I like to tell stories. The way I like to create is actually pretty messy. It's really kind of interesting, but I really like the idea of a sandbox, and I like getting creative in that way. Really kind of playing with texture and color. I just really feel much more alive when I'm creating, and that really comes through with the physical piece that's done. If you kind of turn it on its side, you'll kind of see a lot of dimension and a lot of shadow, and I kind of play that within my artwork as well. I find for me, messy is part of life, and some of the happiest moments in life come from a mess, and I think that's really kind of important to me as a person and as an artist, to kind of know that you can kind of work through that and bring something beautiful out on the other side. And that's really kind of the fun and joy I have within my creative process. For me too, creativity, it really comes from the inspiration of day-to-day life. People I encounter from day to day, my cats, friends, family. Everyone has a story or a point of view, and I think having them express it and share it is really kind of important to kind of pull from what is potentially meaningful to the end viewer of a piece. And that's really what you kind of have to keep in mind for me, is like, who's going to view this and when? Sometimes you create art for yourself and you're never going to share it, and that's really cool. Other times you're thinking, I have a gallery show coming up and hundreds or thousands of people are going to see this. What's the impression I want them to take away? So kind of really understanding those elements and figuring out what needs to go into that art piece for you to tell that story. Throughout my career, I've been very lucky to work in many different industries and many different jobs. And along the way, you encounter a lot of interesting and pretty cool people. As a creative director, I've been doing this for 20 years. Get to work with some great script writers, developers, other artists, animators, illustrators, really cool people who have different ways of telling stories, and understanding how they like to tell stories effectively, and where their successes are. Sometimes, you get a beautiful moment where you can come together and tell a story in a new way. So it's really kind of cool to have that bank of techniques and approaches when I'm thinking about creating a new piece from a certain point of view. So I love hearing people's stories, and I love helping them bring them to life. So if you have one that you would like to bring to life, I'd love to hear from you.